Many people struggle to pick goals. We're going to make it easy. Just select from this short list, living by your core beliefs. Wealth, or what comes from having wealth. Reputation, security, strong relationships, health, knowledge, time, focusing on a particular cause or hobby, and of course, happiness. Picking should take only seconds. If unsure, include the goal. You may also want to prioritize your list or consider whether anything else is needed, but don't get stuck picking. You likely want to work on improving everything you identify. Usually the one to work on first is the one you feel is most lacking or the one you value most. Why pick broad goals? First, the broad goals you select will always be important to you. The main reason, though, is that you should rarely jump straight to a specific goal when you have millions of options to choose from. In almost all cases, it is better to identify a broad goal and study that subject with the aim of selecting the ideal specific goal. Yes, it takes time, but it will likely lead to far better goals and teach you some very important things. This time used to study is one of the best possible uses of your time. Having numerous goals is easy to deal with. Simply work on the one that matters most to you and switch if this changes. Few people consciously pick specific goals, and far fewer do this well, especially outside of wealth, belief, and health, which are the only items on this list that are commonly studied. Most viewers will agree that having goals is wise, but for those unconvinced, if you fulfill a long-term goal, such as raising children or retiring, it is easy to become depressed. Having other goals can help. This is another reason to have broad, unending goals that you really care about. This means you will always have something to aim for and hopefully avoid these potential triggers for depression. Knowing what you want should direct your focus. Many of you will have heard of the law of attraction, the idea that if you focus on something, it will come to you. This can be explained logically. If, for example, you plan to write a detective novel, when you see people interact, watch other movies, or visit a new place, you consider each for potential new ideas. If instead you are focused on a business idea or helping others, your thoughts will coalesce around this instead. Your brain filters out information that it believes is irrelevant, and something being in focus prevents that. If something is your primary goal, it should remain in focus. Short-term aims and thinking are laden with pitfalls, while long-term ones are very rarely so. Ensuring you always have long-term aims also helps avoid hedonism, addictions, and selfishness. Societal goals like owning a home, career, or starting a family are nearly universal, but they may not suit everyone. Most people should refine these goals to match their desires, and at least briefly exploring your options is well worth the time. We strongly recommend using several methods to determine your goals. This will allow you to confirm your findings by examining whether results recur using other methods. The best-known method to work out what you want is to ask yourself what you would do without constraints. For example, if you had all the money you needed. The point of this method is not to fantasize about all the parties and shopping trips you would have, although this can be plenty of fun. Instead, it's to realize that most things you would like to do are surprisingly achievable. Many would pursue activities for which they could be paid, such as a job, charity work, or dedicated pursuit of a hobby. If your ideal lifestyle is almost viable, a little tweaking or a few years of saving can often make it happen. If what you dream of is truly expensive, at least you have something to aim for. You could also assume that what you want is consciously or subliminally reflected in how you spend your time. If you consider the underlying reasons you do things, that taking out the trash is health-related, work is to support your family and bring in money and so on, you get a relatively accurate picture of what you value. A significant side benefit of this method is that it should also help improve your time allocation. Paulo Coelho's classic novel, The Alchemist, beautifully illustrates another approach as the central underlying theme. The basic premise is that you should listen to what your heart and mind tell you. The idea is that people know what they want deep down, but fail to pursue it due to fear, laziness, or simply not trying to notice. There are countless other methods. You could ask, what do I want to avoid in life? Or how do I want to be remembered? If you do these exercises, you'll likely have already benefited and have some ideas to work on. If unsure what to do next, consider the question: what is the first step toward achieving my top priority?